Session, we have discussed about AWS global infrastructure, right? So let me quickly recap that global infrastructure in 10 minutes. So then we will discuss how to create an AWS account. What are the steps involved? That we will discuss. The first thing, so AWS is a cloud service provider. AWS is a cloud service provider. In simple, instead of building our own infrastructure, we are going to depend on AWS created and delivering infrastructure. So infrastructure means servers, network, databases, applications or services. You take anything that design and delivering to an application to end customer. What are all the components required? Those all components the organization have, AWS have. Okay, and they are making it available for everyone. Anyone can create an account with them and they can start using the resources. So that is what cloud computing is. And the advantage with cloud computing is primarily pay as you go mechanism. So whatever the resource you are actually using, you need to pay for that resource only. Even if you have n number of the services available in AWS account, you don't get bill for all those resources. What exactly service you actually used, you are going to get charged for that resource only. So technically we call that mechanism as a pay as you go mechanism. And another important thing is no capital expenditure. CapEx. CapEx means capital expenditure. So to start deploying your application or to start with AWS, you no need to invest any money. Investing first is nothing but capital expenditure, guys. To start working with AWS, you don't need to invest any amount. The infrastructure is already available. You create an account, you start using the resources. By end of the month, whatever the resource you actually use, you will get charged for that. Okay, so that is the no capital expenditure or no upfront cost. Second one is operational expenditure. Operational expenditure is there. Our salaries comes under operational expenditure only. To operate the AWS accounts, the company created, they need an AWS engineer, right? AWS engineer definitely works for salary only, right? So that actually comes under operational expenditure. The logic is simple. This is an important point actually. I haven't talked much about this in our last sessions. So capital expenditure means how much amount you require to build a house. Fine, you need 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs. What's coming with 20 lakhs? Okay, 50 lakhs or 70 lakhs you need. Okay, to purchase an apartment or house. Fine, you spend that 70 lakhs and you got a house. But that's it. No monthly amounts, no monthly expenditures. For the electricity bill is there, water bill is there, municipality bill is there. You need to have a maid who cleans that or maintenance things. All these, not a single time payment one. Every month you need to pay, right? Such type of every month paid ones is less compared to traditional method. Why? Because one guy is doing 6 members job. So you are going to pay for that one guy, right? Or you want to take a support plan every month, you need to pay some amount to AWS. So such type of things comes under operational expenditure. When coming to AWS, less operational expenditure and no capital expenditure. All right. So that is a one certification question. I'll show you that question also. So then when coming to this AWS global infrastructure, we have primarily three components. One is region. So basically region is nothing but a geographical location or physical location. There is nothing available for word called region, no technical definition also. Okay, region is just Amazon segregated entire world into different parts. Okay, so within that regions, the count is increased now. So it's 28 regions. So within that regions, we have a component called availability zones. 26 and 86, sorry. 86 is this. Availability zone is nothing but a data center or combination of data centers. So here, if you're taking Mumbai region, we have 3 data centers here in Mumbai region. So whatever the server you are going to create, whatever the resource you are going to launch, or whatever the data you upload to AWS, that actually stores in one of the data center we have in Mumbai. Okay, so data center is nothing but a big building with lot of servers, with lot of storage devices, like all the server we are going to create that actually runs there. So technically that is a data center. Yesterday I even shown you one video that go to Google, look for Google data center or Azure data center, AWS data center. You can find a lot of images or videos for that. Okay, so then on top of this availability zones, we have point of presence locations or edge locations. Okay, so these edge locations or point of presence locations is near to end customer locations. If they want to access something, the request no need to go to availability zone. Their nearby edge location itself is going to give response. Yesterday, I gave one simple example. I have a water bottle here. I want to distribute to you guys. If someone asks me from last row what I can do, I need to ask you guys to pass. Technically, I am the origin. I have water. I want to pass it to. So he is a target or destination. So you guys, whoever is passing this row by row, right? Technically, we call that as a hop. Okay, so it need to go to this router. That is one hop. From router to ISP app corporation, that is one hop. Another DNS server, and finally it reached. So how many hops it is? That is one. That is accessing without any CDN mechanism. But if you implement CDN mechanism, what happens? Instead of having water bottle here, I'm going to place one water bottle at last row, one is at third row, one is at first row. If you want to have water, do you really need to ask me? You have one nearby, right? You can take that bottle and you can have it. Same mechanism is a CDN mechanism. Don't worry, we will discuss, we will configure it hands-on. We have a service called CloudFront. With the help of CloudFront, we are going to configure this. Don't worry at moment. Have these components in mind. Okay. Now, when coming to, can't hear your audio. Please rejoin. Will there be any VMs? VM is nothing but instance. Here, whatever the thing I'm calling it as a server, technically that is a VM only. In AWS, we call it as an instance. Okay. Right. So now let's come to today's topic. So here in today's session, we are going to discuss how to create an AWS account. So first of all, AWS account creation is free. AWS won't cost you anything for creating an AWS account. So they will charge you 2 rupees just to validate your payment method. However, they are going to refund the 2 rupees also back to you. That is the first point. Second point, while creating your AWS account, you need to give a payment information, credit card or debit card information. Many of you guys worry about this step. But let me tell you one thing, whatever the bill generated, if you really want, then only you can pay. AWS don't deduct amount automatically. Okay, even if some unnecessary bill got generated, if you contact AWS and if you mention you are using this account for learning purpose, they will waive off that bill also. Even accidentally some bill raised. So one or two times happened. One guy launched a very high configuration server. He got a bill of around 15,000 rupees something. He forgot about that. After a couple of months, he realized even AWS is sending notifications, alerts. Still, he did not notice that alert. So what we can do in that scenario, we can simply write an email to AWS. They will analyze our usage. Are we really using it for any commercial purpose and all? And they will waive off that bill. However, it is very small amount, like a $1, $2, something like that. So you can pay that. That's not a big thing, I believe. 100 rupees or 200 rupees is not a big thing, right? Okay. So first thing, don't worry to give your credit card or debit card information. Okay. So it accepts credit card as well as debit card. And account creation also, it's not so typical. So everybody have Gmail accounts, right? What are the steps involved in Gmail account creation? You gave your, set up a ID, you gave your first name, last name, your address, your phone number. So then next step, you need to verify your phone number. So then it allows you to create an account. When coming to this AWS account creation, couple of more steps added. Okay, the first step, you first need to go to aws.amazon.com/free. aws.amazon.com/free. Go to this account, go to this URL. Let me sign out my existing one. aws.amazon.com/free. So here you have an option called create a free account. You have an option called create a free account. Click on that create a free account option. So then it will take you to a sign up page. So here give your root user email address. Now, generally in AWS account, we have two types of users, guys. One is root user. Second one is IAM user. Root user means, so the guy who have full authority on our AWS account. So generally in organizations, in one project, only one guy is going to work. Now, multiple members work. And in that team also, one guy, who is going to, who required full access, another guy who required some, limited access. For example, support team is there. Support team, do they really need to create a resource creation permissions? Support team, generally what they will do, they will monitor the resources. If any server is down, they will send a message to appropriate teams. Basically monitoring. Their job is monitoring. Do they really need to have full permission on AWS account? If you give full permission, what they will do? They will launch a server that will cost our organization. So we always follow a mechanism called least privileges mechanism. Least privileges mechanism means what exactly permission required for a user to perform his job. We will provide only that permissions. But whatever the user, whatever the email we are giving here, if we are logging with that email ID, once account got created, so then we will have full access. We will have full access. You can see here, right? This one. Yep. Sir, you please come here. Yeah. Right. So basically, if you are logging by using that email, he's going to get full access. Okay, even if you, if you are logging with the email we are giving here, we can even close the account. So we really don't provide those many permissions to all the users working in a project. So then what we will do? We are going to have an IAM user. Currently, we need to have an existing email ID. So you use your Gmail ID or Yahoo ID or Outlook ID. So use that to create this AWS account. Okay. So then after creating this account, you create an IAM user. You gave that IAM user to multiple users who works in same project. But to create an account, you're giving an email ID, right? Technically, that email ID, we call it as a root user. Root user will have unrestricted access on our AWS account. Whatever the email ID you are giving here, make sure you have access to it. In future, if you forgot AWS password, you will get a link to that only. Okay, so make sure you have giving a valid email address here to create an AWS account. So once you gave this, you gave an account name. Okay, so what is the purpose of this account name? Generally in organizations, are we going to have only one account? No. We have a concept called multi-account strategy. There we are going to have 70, 80, 100 AWS accounts also. Okay, if you're taking one client, the commonly used ones are dev account, SQA, UAT, prod, sandbox or training accounts. These are some standard AWS account types. Okay, in infrastructure, we are going to have this standard types. So this training account to explore any new services, if you want to try out a new service, if you want to learn something, we are going to use it. Okay, so once you explored, you introduced that service to client and he asked you to develop it. So we are going to do that in dev environment, development environment. So here we are going to have bit more accesses for developers and all, and they will deploy their application and they will do initial development happen here. This is R&D. Initial development is happening in dev account. Then, so whatever the application they developed, whether it is following the standards or not, the QA, quality assurance, quality testing, okay, everything happen in this SQA account. So then what we will do, we will move that application to UAT, user acceptance test, simulated to production environment. Before delivering to client, we are going to test, okay, is everything working as expected or not? We will test it here. So then finally, we will put same application here and end client is going to access this. Okay, now we are using 5 accounts here. How I can identify which one is dev, which one is QA? If you want to identify, you maintain a proper naming here. Here we are going to create only one AWS account, so you can give any name here, right? But in organization, we follow a proper naming standards. Company ID, hyphen for what client you are using, hyphen. So then we are going to maintain some codes for this. If it is a dev environment, 001. If it is a SQA, 010. Okay. If it is a UAT, 100. If it is a UAT, 100. If it is a prod, 011. So there is a meaning for this: 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2. Okay. So those are different logics. So don't worry about that. So you can simply give a name here. You give an email ID. You give an email ID and then give a name. Avinash prod account. However, you can modify this. Now, the first step is verify email address. When you click here, you will get a verification link to the given email address. You need to go there and you need to enter the verification link you got. You see here, AWS account I already have. That's why it's saying account already exists. So, but generally, you will get a code. You gave that code here. Then click on verify. Okay. Once this verification is completed, this is the first step in that creation process. Once this verification is completed, so then second step is going to be account personal information page. Where is that in this book? I have screenshots within this book. I'm not going to create one now. So that's the reason I'm going with this. So you see here, step 1, like an email address and all. Once the verification is completed, so then it will ask us set up a password. So then what is the account name you want to give? You give that account name. So the second step is it will ask us what is the account type. So we have two account types. So one is business account, second one is personal. If you select personal, are you going to get any less services? And if you select business, more services? Nothing like that. Whatever the option you are going to choose here, doesn't matter. The login page, the services, everything is going to be same. If you select business, what happened? AWS marketing team will contact you. What is your current workload? What is your use case? Do you need any assistance to migrate to AWS? Such type of promotional things will happen. But whether you are selecting personal account or business account or professional account doesn't make any difference. Console services, nothing difference between these two. Okay, so once it is completed, give your full name. As I selected business here, it is asking me to enter my organization name, phone number, right? So then it will ask us to give address, right? It will ask us to give address. So then what city? So then postal code. I have read terms and conditions. If you read terms and conditions, click here. AWS customer agreements. He is going to give a 500 pages agreement. Read all, understand each and every point, and finally you need to accept it. Any married guys here? Yeah, you better understand this. So if you're a married guy, whatever the conditions your wife puts, you need to accept it. You don't have any other option, right? So same thing here. You don't have any other option. So accept this, click on continue. Right, so then after you need to provide the payment information. As I told you multiple times. So this is the page you worry about. Okay, so but AWS don't deduct money automatically. So give a credit card and debit card information, and what it accepts Visa card, MasterCard, American Express, and Discovery. The problem is some of you may have MasterCard or RuPay card. RuPay or Mastro, it won't accept. It won't accept. Yes, that is a problem. Okay, in India, RuPay is very famous, but they don't accept that. So you need to have Visa card or MasterCard. So then provide that card information here. Okay, so once you gave your, once you click on pay now, AWS is going to deduct 2 Indian rupees. Just to verify whatever the card information you have given here, whether it is a valid or not. Just to verify, AWS will deduct 2 rupees within 48 to 72 hours. You are going to get the 2 rupees back also. They will refund it back. Okay. So that is a payment page. Once this payment is completed, so this is a page, OTP page. Once this payment is completed, you need to verify your identity. Now you might get a doubt. Hey Avinash, I don't have a credit card. Can I use my father's? Or debit card also fine. Can I use my father's? You can, but take one precautionary thing. Okay, if you're using your father's card, here, give your father name. Name and email ID should resemble your father name. Okay, so whenever you're giving payment information also, give your father payment information. So then no conflict, nothing. AWS will give an account. They assume your father is using it. They really don't know who is using it, right? But if you did a mistake, here you have given name as Avinash Reddy. When coming to the payment page, you have given payment of Raghupati Reddy. Now mismatch is happening, right? So AWS thinks, okay, this guy name is Avinash Reddy. He is giving all his information like a mail ID also Avinash Reddy 077 something like that. But this guy is giving some other name while entering payment information. Okay, then AWS will suspend your account. They don't delete. They will suspend. They will send an email. Hey Avinash, we got a suspect on your payment information. You send your authorization to use that credit card or you send some proof. So then they will activate your account back. So do we really need to get into that issue? If you don't want to get into that, instead of Avinash, I'm going to give my father name only here. I'm going to create an email ID that resembles my father name. So then I'm going to give my father credit card. So then AWS will think same guy is using everything. So, you can go with it. So by using this is one of the common mistake most of you guys do. Whoever don't have Visa card or MasterCard. Okay. So don't fall into that. So once you complete that payment, so then you need to verify your identity. Why? Why? Because some scripts may create an account, some bots may using this account. The bots are used to create this AWS account. So to confirm whether a real human is creating this AWS account, AWS involved this step, added this step. So you need to choose a country code, enter the mobile number. So then you need to click on get code now. Once you selected get code now, so then what happened? AWS will send a code to your mobile number, given mobile number, or else you even have an email option also. They will send an ID to your email. Enter that ID in this verification code field. Then click on continue. Okay, not so difficult. Okay. So then once this is completed, then we need to choose the support plan option. This is important for your certification exam also. Okay, we will discuss in detail about this. All right. So now, when coming to this AWS support plans, first of all, what is support? In bad time, who gave support to you? Family or friend, right? So what exactly the support means? Support means support only, right? So now you are trying to launch a server, you are trying to create a server. Okay, so but you are not able to do it. Some technical issue is coming, or else you launch the server, you're not able to get connected to it. You're not able to get connected to the server. So then you need some assistance, you need someone's help. If you're here, I'm going to help you, but if it is an enterprise level, who will help you? Or if I'm facing issue, right? So then how? So we need some assistance from AWS, right? To fix the issues. So that assistance we will get based on the support plan we selected. How many types of supports we have? We have 2 types of supports. Earlier it is 3 types, but now it is 2 types. They made a second one as a different service, okay? So if you see in the document 3 types, don't worry about that. I need to update the document. Okay, we have 2 types of assistances. First type is accounting and billing related. You are not able to activate your account, or your account is created, but you are not able to use some resources. Your account is suspended. For example, some issue happened, payment issue happened, your account is suspended. So then you can go and create a ticket or incident or service request. All these 3 refers to same. Incident, ticket or service request. You raise one ticket with AWS under the first category. Why? Because it is an account issue. You're not able to use the account. You're not able to use some services or payment issue. Along with that, we have billing related issue also. You have not used a service, but you got some bill. Or you are trying to do the payment, it's not happening. or whatever the payment method you already given, that is not working now. So in all these scenarios, you can go and raise a ticket in first category. And all the support plans will get that option. 24/7, 365 days, you can raise a ticket in that first category. Okay, now the second one, technical support. Technical support. This is like, related to technical issues. You launched a server, you're not able to get connected to it. You launched a database, you're not able to write some queries inside that. You're not able to create a network. Anything related to technical, any service that comes under second category. The first category is free for all support plans, but second one depends on the support plan you are selecting. Okay, depends on the support plan you are going to select. We will get assistance from AWS. You went to Tirupati? Yeah, I went to Tirupati. Right. So if you go to Tirupati, like, we have a free queue. We have, like, whoever comes on foot, different queue, 300 rupees queue, VIP, VVIP, who paid more than 10 lakhs also one queue is there. I recently came to know that. Okay, I did not pay it, okay. Right. So, so here, whoever, like, goes regular, for them it's going to take 14 hours, 15 hours, or even 24 hours, 48 hours also sometimes. But whoever pays 300 rupees, 5 hours, 6 hours, maximum 8 hours. Whoever that VIP, there is a slot, 1 hour slot. During that 1 hour only, that will happen. Who all comes? Why? What is the difference? So how much you are paying to TTD, that is the difference. So you are paying 300, you are paying 10,000, you are paying lakh, more than 10 lakh, or else you need to be an MP or MLA. They don't need to pay anything. Okay. So, but they need to pay crores to get the votes. Okay. So, here the difference is how much amount they're paying. So similar way here, whenever you're creating an AWS account, we have different support plans. The first one is basic support plan. It's free. You no need to pay anything. As you're not paying anything, AWS don't give any support. That is the first support plan, basic support plan. Second one is developer support plan. When coming to developer support plan, here we are going to get assistance, that too only via email. No phone, no chat support, only email support, and that too only local business hours. Most of the country local business hours are morning 8 AM to evening 8 PM. During that period, if you raise any ticket, within 12 to 24 hours, one of the AWS engineer will contact us. Okay, within 12 to 24. If it is a general guidelines, 24 hours. If it is a technical issue, like, it's going to take 12 hours to take up that issue. Again, I'm not talking about issue resolutions. Resolution may take months also. Recently, I raised a ticket with AWS. Okay, it took almost 1 month to not even close. They applied a patch. I'll even show you that in some time. So they applied some patch and all, and finally it is working, but it is not completely fixed. We are in observation. I asked them to keep it open for coming 10 days, 1 week. Why? Because we want to do some observation on the task. Okay, so that is the issue resolution. We are not talking about resolution here. One of the engineer will pick the issue. Okay, so that too only via email, and one user can raise a ticket. In AWS, I told you we can have multiple users. Only root user can raise a ticket under developer support plan. Why? You're paying only $29. That is the reason. As you're paying only $29, so less priority. Okay, so then we have business support plan. Then we have business support plan. When coming to this business support plan, you are going to pay $100 per month. As you're paying $100, okay, treat it as a somewhat good customer. Okay, so we are going to get 24/7 phone, email, chat. Developer only email support. But here under business, phone, email, chat, all the three supports we are going to get. Okay, and any user can raise a ticket. N number of the tickets we can raise. IAM user can raise a ticket, second IAM user can raise a ticket, root user can raise a ticket, N number of the user can raise N number of the tickets with AWS. Okay, so then the least issue pickup time is less than 1 hour. Earlier it is 12 to 24. If it is a general guidelines, 24. System impaired, 12 hours. But along with that, we got two more categories here. If it is a production system impaired, less than 4 hours. If it is a production system down, less than 1 hour, one of the engineer will contact you. Why you are paying $100? Okay, so that is a third category. And 90% of the organizations use this business support plan. In interview, if you got any question, what is the support? Mainly, if you're adding experience to your profile, what is the support plan you're using in your current account? Answer it as a business support plan. Don't answer it as a basic support plan. For organizations, $100, 8,000 rupees or 7,000 rupees doesn't matter. Water bill comes more than that for organizations. Okay, so you are going to get good assistance from AWS. So you answer it as a basic support plan in interview. Okay, so then last one is enterprise support plan. This guy is a VVIP. Why? Because he's paying $15,000 per month. $15,000 per month. Okay, so same whatever the one you are going to get for business, everything will come plus business critical system down within 15 minutes, the issue is pick up. Along with that, we are going to get a tab, technical account manager, a dedicated account manager from AWS. If you want, you can contact him. He can work with the backend service teams, and he can even do modifications based on our organization requirement. If we have a requirement for one of the service to modify something, yes, they have capability to do that. Okay, along with that, AWS have a dedicated team to review our architecture. They review our operations happening on AWS account. Okay, so these annual and architectural reviews, dedicated technical account manager, and AWS also will provide some trainings also. Trainings also they will provide. So these all comes under enterprise support plan. You treat it as a royal customer here. And monthly cost, 15,000. Whenever you are creating an AWS account, you don't find this option. You don't find this option after account creation only. Okay, you need to contact AWS to activate this enterprise support plan. Okay, so the first guy, basic support plan. Does this user don't have any option for technical assistances? He have. So AWS have a knowledge base center called Repost. AWS Repost, basically we call it as a KBs, knowledge base articles. AWS developer forum, there you post your question. AWS guys, all any other guys who is using AWS, they will answer it just like a Stack Overflow. AWS developer forum is like a Stack Overflow. Anyone who faces the issue, they can give an answer. Okay, they can use AWS developer forum or knowledge base articles to get technical assistance for basic support plan. These are the 4 support plans we have. Okay, so let me quickly show you questions related to the support plans. Huh? Okay. So some questions on the topics we already discussed so far. What is the answer for this question, guys? Only one option, not two. I can see A and D, and Veera Reddy said A and D. Okay. Only one option. A or D? A? Sure. D? Sure. See, our salary comes under operational things, right? So in a month, if you don't have a work, you're okay to take less salary? No, right? So then how D comes under this pay as you go? So as I told you, our salaries comes under operational expenditure. Every month, as we are maintaining the AWS account, they are going to pay some amount to us. Okay, fine. If it is a pay as you go model, pay for the resources you actually use, not for the resources available. So in 1 month, they have launched, like, you launched only one server. So then they are going to give less salary. Will you accept that? No. So basically, you no need to invest anything first. Pay as you go mechanism is not asking us to invest anything first. Whatever the resource you used for that particular month, you pay for that monthly bill. Do you really need to anything first? What is the pay as you go? Whatever the resource you have used, you pay for it. Okay. So here the answer is A. Reduce payment upfront. Reduce means, are you paying something? No, right? So B is not a valid answer. And it's not, I've not even discussed about EC to S3 RDS. Why I'll ask this question? No, right? So here, pay as you go pricing model reduces capital expenditure. Monthly usage, you pay for that. Okay. So that is one question. Yeah, this is another question. D, business. Architectural reviews, operational reviews happen with business support plan. Enterprise. See, technical account manager, annual reviews, operational reviews, 15 minutes. These three things comes for enterprise level support plan. So here he is saying in architecture and operational. So the answer is enterprise. Okay, this is not discussed yet. That is simple monthly calculator. Okay, this one. Who is responsible for security and compliance? Forget about this AWS. Take it as a Gmail as an example. Who is responsible for securing Gmail? Only Google. Yesterday I told you, you set up your phone number as a password. Is Google responsible for that? You set up your wife's name as a password. Is Google responsible for that? No, right? Who is responsible? Both. They will take care about infrastructure. You take care about, like, enable multi-factor authentication, right? We do have authentication, right? Two-factor authentication for Gmail. Enable it. Set a strong and secured password. Change your password periodically. Don't write down your password anywhere. I have a notepad. All my passwords are in the notepad. Okay, and set a password for that notepad. And one day I forgot password of that notepad. Then it happened to me actually. Okay, as it contains all the password, I set up a password. And that password I forgot. Right, so here it's a AWS and customer, both parties responsibility. Okay, what is the answer for this question? See, right. Why? Because here he is saying if an entire geographical area got affected, so region is nothing but a physical area or geographical area. So indirectly he's saying if your entire region is down, you still want to sustain. So then what you're going to do? Deploy application across multiple regions. Then you can sustain. The logic behind this question is whether you know what exactly region definition or not. Region is nothing but a geographical area or a physical area. Okay, if you know that, then you can answer it. So the answer is C. Okay, this one, which method helps to optimize cost for users moving to AWS cloud? First one, right. So purchase hardware before it is needed, not really required. Manually provision, how you are provisioning a resource, manually or automatically or script, doesn't matter. Purchase a maximum possible load. Without usage, you really need to purchase maximum possible load? No, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, what about this? Okay, this I haven't talked. Basically, you need to report it to AWS abuse team. If you find any malicious activity, someone is using for different purpose or any malicious activity happened, you do have a team called AWS abuse team. This we haven't discussed. Don't worry about that. So what is the answer for this question? All right. It's not an MSET. In MSET, I did the same. I draw a pattern. That's the reason I got 172 rank. That's not true. It's a it's a funny thing. First thing, you need to select two. Read the question. You need to select two. Okay. So, and he's saying it's a business support plan. In business support plan, are we going to get a time? No. Are we going to get 15 minutes response? Are we going to get annual reviews and architectural reviews? These three for what support plan we are going to get? Enterprise. Remaining two is a business support plan one. A and C, 24/7 assistance, unlimited number of cases and contacts. Any user can raise a number of tickets. So A and C. Okay. Um, So how can AWS Cloud increase user workforce productivity after migration from on-premise data center? In simple, you migrated from on-premise to AWS, how it will increase workforce? Okay, let's eliminate wrong one. User do not need to address security and compliance issues. User obviously need to. Why? Because it is shared responsibility model. AWS have responsibility, you have responsibility. So this is not true. AWS takes over application configuration on behalf of users. So always what configuration we want to select is in our hand. What server you want to select, what service you want to select, it's in our hand. That is not true. So AWS cloud infrastructure is much faster compared to on-premise. Doubt, right? Dilemma, right? But in AWS, we have configuration smaller than our phones. You see, we have 512 MB RAM capacity. Okay, one CPU. That is less than your phone configuration, right? You can deploy application on that small configuration. In on-premise, you can deploy in higher configuration. Which works better? Regular server only works better. Okay, so this statement is not true. It depends on the configuration. So in AWS, do we need to wait to create any of the resource? Infrastructure provisioning means creating servers, creating database. Do we really need to wait to create? If it is a regular, you need to purchase, you need to build it, you need to place in location, then only you can do it. But here, you no need to wait. Account is created, you immediately launch a server and use it. So the answer is A here. Think one final, two questions. Okay, one question, one final question. Yeah. How can AWS user with basic support plan obtain technical assistances from AWS? Senior support engineer? D. AWS discussion forums. Why? Because basic support plan. Okay. So along with this, we have an option called trusted advisor that I'm going to talk now. Okay. So when coming to this trusted advisor option, so basically name only telling it's a advisor, but a trusted advisor. Okay. So when coming to this trusted advisor, what is advisor do? They will give advices. Your neighbor is your advisor. He will give advice for every single problem you have in your life. But will he fix it? Will he try to fix it? No. So basically, here also same. AWS will give advices to fix our issues. It won't fix. You need to review and you need to fix it. Okay. So basically, if you are using basic support plan, only some trusted advisor checks. Only some. Okay. So basically, we have an option called 7 core area checks. Only 7 areas it will check. Why? Because you are not paying anything. It's a free, right? That's the reason. Okay, here I already wrote, right? So when coming to this developer support plan, here also same. Only 7 core area checks will happen. But whenever you are using business support plan, they will give full advices, full trusted advisor checks. If you are using enterprise also, full trusted advisor checks we are going to get. Even to get advices also, you need to pay $100 or $15,000. So if you are with this two, you are going to get only some advices, not all the advisors. So that is a trusted advisor. So it looks like this. I'll show you. I have not logged in, right? So I've logged into my AWS account. Okay. So how to log in, that we will discuss in our next session. So here I've logged into my AWS account. So first of all, I want to verify what is my support plan. Click here, right? You can find these account organizations, billing dashboard and all. In future, if you want to change your card information and all, you can depend on this. Okay. If you want to change your account name, right? Anything like that. So you can go to the security credentials. So there it will show you. So here it will show you what is the password. So you can click on change password. So then it will ask us what is the current password, new password. It allow you to change. Okay. I logged in as a IAM user. My root. Okay. Yeah. All right. I logged into my AWS account as a root user. This enabling MFA is our tomorrow's topic. Don't worry now. Okay. I have given my email ID. Whatever the password I have set up, I given that password. I logged into my AWS account. Now, in future, I decided to change this account name. Initially, while creating, I have given as a production account. I want to change it, or I want to change my email address. So then we can go here, select this account option. Select this security credentials option. Click here to change password, name, or email address of your root AWS account. You click here, you authenticate yourself, you can go and edit this. Okay, you can change email address, you can change password also. This is an option to change your password or account name. Now, I want to see what support plan I have within this account. So for that, we can go to support. Search for support here. Right. Search for support. Go to this page. Support page. And if you observe in left pane, my support plan is basic. My support plan is basic. If I want to change later on, there is an option called change. Click on change. Okay, then scroll down. This is basic. This is developer, business, enterprise. If you want to activate, you go here, click on review upgrade. Okay, see it's not, there is no direct activate option. Why? Because it is a enterprise support plan. So if you want to go to business, you click on review upgrade. It tells you how much we need to pay this month. It's $100 actually, but already 12 days completed, right? They won't cost us for the 12 days. So it's a $60. So click on accept and agree. Click on accept and agree. It will activate. Don't do that, okay? I'm here for your technical assistances. We have a Slack platform. If you're facing any difficulty, you can post all your errors there. We will share that by Monday. Once batch is finalized, we will share all that information. So go with the basic support plan only. Okay, so this is a place where you can find. There is a service called support. If you want to raise a ticket or case, here is an option, create case. Click on create case, accounting and billing related or technical related. Select it. See, when I select technical, it's saying unavailable. Why? Because I'm under basic support plan. But this account and billing, yes. What is the issue you are facing? Billing information, what is the category? So dispute a charge. What is the severity? General question. You scroll down, click on next step. What is the subject? What is the description of your issue? You want to attach any files, you attach. Click on solve now or contact us. So then click on next. AWS. When you go to contact us, web method, phone, you gave your, by selecting country code, give phone number or chat. Okay, why? Because in the first category, so it's for everyone. Okay, so that is a basic support plan. Right, so that is a how to raise a ticket. Okay, so based on the severity, AWS will pick that. So then another thing I told you, the trusted advisor, right? When you navigate, when you search this trusted advisor, you can find it. When you go to trusted advisor, AWS will do refresh here, upgrade your support plan to get all the suggestions. So currently it's saying there is an issue with security group, there is an issue with databases. So it's like, you know, refreshing all the checks. Okay. So such type of advices it will give. If you go to security, so these all things it is verifying. These all it is not checking. Why? Because I'm under basic plan. So that is a trusted advisor. Right. So this is how exactly you can create an AWS account. Okay. And I will share this document. Where is that? Page 9 to 15. Okay. Oh, is it saved somewhere? Okay, I'll